Hi traders, my name is Duncan Cooper and I'm a Senior Market Strategist and Trading Mentor at ACY Securities. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the key trading levels for the week ahead for the pairs the Australian dollar to the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar to the US dollar, the euro to the Japanese yen, the euro to the US dollar, the pound to the Japanese yen, and the pound to the US dollar. So let's get into the first pair. Hi traders, hope you had a great week and you managed to catch some of the trends that were in play last week. Now I'm on the Aussie Yen daily chart. I've got my monthly, weekly, daily support and resistance levels drawn in. They're referenced in the description below. I'll just discuss the ones closest to price action now. The Aussie Yen did decline last week. However, it's a little bit consolidatory. We failed once more at the 94.02 daily resistance level, but then got held at this support level here at 91.95. So we're really stuck between approximately 92 and 94. We're in the middle of that range, so rather consolidatory. So price could come back up and test 94.02 daily resistance and then move back down and test 91.95 support if the market wants to stay range bound. Of course, we could break higher above these resistance levels. We'll just have to watch what price wants to do at the 94.02 resistance level. So watching 94.02 and 91.95 day support next week on the Aussie Yen. Alright traders, moving on to the Aussie dollar day chart now. We were down for the week, midweek, but we then popped up Thursday, Friday. And we weren't able to close below this week. The monthly, what was resistance, could now be support. So the 68.26 monthly low, we've moved back above it at the moment. And we're testing 68.50 and 68.69 daily resistance. So next week, as the week starts, does 68.50 to 68.69, does that hold as resistance now for a further move down back below monthly support at 68.26 to test the new low that we put in here at 67.61? Okay, does that downtrend hold? Of course, we could move above 68.69. So if we do clearly move above that level, then watch for a move up to 69.67 monthly resistance. Okay. So at the start of the week, does resistance hold for a move down, or are we moving up to the higher levels of monthly resistance next week? All right, moving on to the Euro Yen daily chart. We had a heavy sell-off last week. We moved below the 140.104 monthly support level and challenged all the way down to daily support here at 136.79. So, of course, you can see a rejection there. Is it going to be a minor rejection or a major rejection? So, through the course of the week, we could come back up and retest this level of resistance now, 139.99 weekly resistance, before maybe coming back down to test the support levels we tested last week. And can we put in a further weekly low down the range here next week? Of course, at the start of the week, we may just, of course, start to sell off early in the week to a fresh low for the decline. So that's what I'm watching for on the Euro Yen next week. Alright, moving on to the Euro Dollar now, day chart. Now last week we had a very heavy sell-off below the 130.40 monthly support level, the major level, breaking below the weekly support level here as well at 103.49, and we came down challenged on Friday the next monthly support level at 101.18 and had a bounce there. So we could come up and retest now broken support, so come up and test 103.40 to 49 monthly, weekly now resistance, broken support. However, over the last couple of trading days we've been holding below 102.100, so we may only just get up to 102.100 before wanting to move down and challenge monthly support. And can we put in a further fresh low for this move down like I was discussing on the Euro Yen? So we could get a rally. Don't know how strong that rally can be. We are holding below 102.100 over the last few trading days. So watch for a strong rally maybe, back up to the 103.40 level. If we can't get a strong rally, just watch 10200 to be resistance for a further move down to test that new level of monthly support there at 101.18 that we challenged last week. Alright, moving on to the pound yen day chart, bit consolidatory. We did move down from the 164.64 day resistance level. This is where we closed last week. We came up, held as resistance, we went down through a couple of levels of day supports, but then bounced up. So a bit consolidatory in terms of where it finished. It actually finished positive for the week just, and we're kind of stuck in between support and resistance. So price trend though is still down, so are we going to see, we could come up and retest 164.64, expect that to be resistance once more, and then can we move down and actually start to hold below these daily support levels that we challenged last week? And can we come down and challenge weekly support at 159.98 there? Now we might not get up to retest 164.64, we may just start, obviously at the start of the week, we could just start to sell off and then start to challenge the support levels. Alright, so the trend is down on the daily. Can we move back up to 164.64? Does that hold as resistance for a further move down? And can we start to actually hold below those support levels longer term? Alright, traders, onto the pound US dollar day chart, last one to review for the weekend. Now there's a couple of monthly levels here that we've tested once more, 119.86, 119.58. We did manage to hold below those levels for a couple of days, but we've had a 2-day rally. So how much further can the rally go? Are we getting support down here long term, or is it just short term support now for the market before we move down to a further fresh weekly low? So watch 120.74, 121.55. Does price move up to a broken level of weekly support to act as new resistance for a further move down? So do we have an opportunity to sell at a higher price to move down, or does the market just reassert itself and then start to move below these monthly support levels and start to want to trade and hold below the 11900 level? We did trade below there last week, but we couldn't hold below. So can we move down to a fresh low and start to trade and hold below the 11900 level by the end of the week? Okay traders, that's my analysis for today. If you want to keep up to date with my analysis, simply subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you next time. Now if you'd like to follow my Forex trading analysis throughout the week, why not subscribe to the ACY Securities live interactive trading feed Telegram channel. Simply contact Nathan Bray at acy.com to get access.